All right. Well, hey team. It is Monday. It's May 13th. Dee and Meg here, most importantly, here with you for our Monday night team time. As you know, we come here to learn, to grow, and encourage and support each other. So tonight's going to be a fun night. We've got something really good that we're going to watch together that I came across was by Corey Baker from just a few years ago, but I feel like it's even more applicable now, which is about the emotional cycle of change. So it's going to be something that's going to help us individually with ourselves, right? Whether it's your personal health, your business, what it is, but I also think it's going to be a super valuable tool to be able to better understand our clients and what they're going through when they're getting stuck and to be able to help them move through it. So we're going to do that in just a few minutes. That's going to be our discussion item after. And then we have something super fun that we just finalized today that we get to announce towards the end. So Meg, you want to check in with the group, see how everybody is? And
Yeah. How is everybody doing? Here we are. We've just finished up our second week of our challenge. And so we have entered into week 3. So we have a couple of weeks left, but wanted to know who is fired up for some of their clients. Who has clients that are killing the game when it comes to their health right now with this challenge? We'd love for you to pop off mute and celebrate one of your clients.
or yourself if you're doing really well.
I wanted to celebrate Meredith Burford. She has some crazy stuff happening in her personal life right now, and her husband is in the hospital. Check her Facebook feed for an update on him. But she has been staying on plan. She has been in the hospital with him and just she's controlling what she can control, which is what she's putting in her mouth, which is incredible, especially given all the stress that she's feeling. So shout out to Meredith when you watch the replay. We love you and we are all here supporting you.
Yeah. Maybe even send her a word of encouragement, message or something. Um, I would like to give a shout out to Pat Daniel. So Pat and I have worked together for years, and Pat is rocking her health right now. So Pat, you want to just come off mute for a little bit and let us know what that feels like, kind of what you were struggling with before, and how's it going?
Hey, thank you. I wish I had the secret. I've tried so many times. I would say, this is it. I'm going to do it this time. And for whatever reason, right now I'm finally sticking to it again, and I've lost 10 pounds. It's been almost a month. I think I started the 17th of April, and really I've not been perfect, but pretty close. And it's the first time I had started having doubts that I could stay on plan and that it could work for me again. And so it feels really good.
Well, that's what I love, Pat, the other day when you said to me, I came into this commitment thinking maybe if I could lose 10 pounds, I would be happy. And then you said, now I'm actually seeing possibility that I could go even further and back to where I was when I felt so good. So yay. Awesome. I can see it in your face. I see people saying it in the comments too. So
Thank you.
phenomenal. Awesome. Anyone else want to shout out? Anybody? All right. Well, as if you joined us late, like I said, we are going to watch. It's a 13-minute video. So I'm going to go ahead and get it started right now with Corey Baker. It's actually was filmed about 4 years ago. Corey is a former, he's a top leader in the company and has had a very large business, worked with a lot of people, and has a very gifted way of being direct and convicting, but yet affirming at the same time. So just encourage you to sit back, take this in, take some notes, and then we'll chat about it in a minute.
And while Dee is pulling it up, I just want to also encourage us all to use the chat feature as we are watching to stay engaged, kind of like we are all together. That would be really cool.
Yeah, great. All right. Give me 1 second.
Good evening, guys. Hope you're having a fantastic night. Good weekend for us. Just got back. We went skiing. Just really had a fun family week. And I'm in the process of reading a book, and I want to show it to you. And there's my kids' toys in the background here. Nice little background. Reading a book called The 12-Week Year. Now, here's the deal. I know that you're probably reading this backwards because Facebook Live, like when I show you something, you're like reading it in the backwards way, and I don't know how to fix that, but you know, it is what it is. 12-Week Year, phenomenal book. Go read it. I want to show you an illustration that I heard about in this book that is going to rock your world, and something that has really helped me a lot. This is the deal. I know that there's a lot of us that are on a journey. You're on a health journey, and you're on this page for a reason. Maybe some of you watching this are clients. Maybe some of you are watching this are coaches. You're obviously on this page because you've made a commitment to want to be a better version of you to some capacity. And so I want to share with you something eye-opening that I think so relates to us on our health journey. We're emotional people, and we tend to deal with our emotions very differently. Some of us deal with them well, some of us not so well. And for a lot of people, if you are an emotional person, a lot of times the way that we handle our stress, our emotion, is through things that bring us comfort. And a lot of the things that bring us comfort are in relation to food or in relation to something we drink, just something that makes us feel different. If things feel stressful and heavy, a lot of people drink or they eat as a way to make themselves feel differently about discouragement or about stress or whatever. And I was reading a book, and I want to show you this graph. I drew it out as in the book, and I know that as I show this to you, you're probably not going to be able to read it. Let me try it this way. I'm going to set this up. I'm going to set this up here, and I'm going to try to turn my camera around and show it to you this way. You just won't be able to see my face for a little while. But let me show this to you. This is the emotional cycle of change. And I'm going to take you through this, and then I'll turn the camera back on me and kind of go through it. Let me just talk about this for a second, all right? I'm going to talk about this, and then I'm going to talk about it in a way that makes us understand, all right? Here we have a dotted line. Above the line, optimism. Below the line, pessimism. It's going to work. It's not going to work. I can do this. I can't do this. This is going to make a difference in me. I'm the only one this doesn't work for. Okay, I don't know where you are in this plan, but there's a lot of us that live in the cycle of these two lines, right? Phase one, there's 5 phases. Phase one is uninformed optimism. You make a decision to start a program. You don't know all the information. All you know is you saw a picture. Somebody had success, and you thought to yourself, if it worked for them, it can work for me. You might not know all the things. You don't know if it's going to work for you. You don't know the history of the company. You don't know the process. You don't know how it's going to react. You don't know how you're going to feel. You don't know what the food tastes like. You just know if it worked for them, it can work for you. You've tried a lot of different things, but this time, this is going to be different. And then, all of a sudden, things happen. What happens? You start seeing on pages that people lose more weight than you. You start seeing people eat things that you're not eating, and you start missing. You got FOMO, fear of missing out. You're trending down towards pessimism. All of a sudden, you maybe have a weak moment, and you eat something that you're not supposed to eat, and the weigh-in wasn't as good as you thought it was going to be, and all of a sudden, you find yourself in phase 2, which is informed pessimism. Now you know what the plan's like. You know what the food tastes like. You know what expected results can be, and you figured out that this is easy, that it's simple, but it's not always easy. This is a simple plan, but not always an easy plan. And you kind of find yourself being like, okay, I'm going to give it another week. I'm going to give it another time. I'm going to see what happens. And then all of a sudden, something happens when you get to phase 3. And phase 3 is that time. And can I tell you something? This works if you're a pastor. This works if you're a business owner. This works if you're trying to grow a coaching business. This is just the way that we change as people. But for now, I'm talking to people that are trying to get healthy. The valley of despair. Oh, the valley of despair sucks. This is where just everything is terrible. This is not going to work for me. And this right here, the valley of despair, is where people quit. We quit at the valley of despair because it sucks. Right? Now, here's what tends to happen. When we get to the valley of despair, we have an option, right? There's only 2 ways to go. You can go this way, or you can go this way, and almost everybody goes back here. Because this is what we tell ourselves. Maybe the problem's not me. Maybe I just need to do a different program. I just need to do a different diet. I just need to join a different gym. I just need to get a different coach. I just need to try something different. And we go back here to informed optimism, and then we get into informed pessimism, and then we find ourselves back in the valley of despair, and we just keep living this doom loop over and over and over again. But the only people that really make it in this life are the ones that, when they find themselves in the valley of despair, keep going. Keep eating the fuelings. Keep eating your lean and greens. Keep talking to your coach. Keep doing the life book. Keep reading Dr. Ray's Habits of Health. And all of a sudden, you get up into informed optimism, which is, I can do this. I've navigated. I've made it further on this program than I've done it on just about anything else I've ever tried before. I can actually do this. And then all of a sudden, you find yourself getting into phase 5, which is success and fulfillment. Now, guys, this is what I know. We all want success and fulfillment. We want that. But I can almost guarantee you that your path to success and fulfillment is not going back and trying something different, trying something new. You have at your disposal right now a life-changing plan that, if you do it, can change everything for you. If you stop modifying it, if you stop trying to convince yourself that this isn't for you, that you're the only one that this doesn't work for, and you go back and you do it and you say, I am going to endure, I am going to persevere. You know what? You are not a bad person because you have pessimistic moments. You know what you are if you have pessimistic moments? You're pretty normal. You know, if there's that dotted line, optimism is above and pessimism is below, the vast majority of us live below it. The vast majority of us are expecting things to go wrong more than we're expecting them to go right. The vast majority of us are expecting to fail. We're expecting to lose less than everybody else. But this is just what I know about this program and the way it works. If you do it and you're consistent, you're gonna have results. My friends, can I just invite you to something? Stop with the crazy doom loop cycle of uninformed optimism, informed pessimism, valley of despair, and then thinking that your answer to the valley of despair is trying something different and trying something new. Your answer to valley of despair is putting your head down and sucking it up and doing what you know works. And I am not trying to be harsh with you. I am not trying to yell at you. I am trying to help you, because my guess is the reason that you're even watching this video, the reason you decide to stick in this page, some of you are watching this video and you haven't been on program in 3 years and you're still watching it because you're just trying to figure out if maybe this time around it's going to be different. It can be different, but you got to be different. Success comes when you persevere and you put your head down and you just keep going, whether you feel like it or whether you don't. Guys, this is something that can work for you. And I don't care if that means you're someone trying to grow a business, or you're someone that is on a health journey. Keep going. Because I think there's some of us that have been living that crazy doom loop cycle in our life for a long, long time. And we've tried so many things. And we've gone on so many diets. And we've failed so many times. And I'm just here to tell you, I really believe that this can be different, not because Optavia is magical, not because it doesn't have its flaws. It's just because I do believe that it works, and I believe that the support and coaching and motivation and mentorship and habit-changing things that you will learn here is unlike anything anywhere else. I just honestly believe that. So stick to what works. Do all 4 of the components. Stop trying to treat this as a diet. Talk to your coach. Read the books. Congratulate people and be a part of the community. Watch the Zooms on Wednesday night or watch the recordings. Celebrate in the success of others. Be a coach if that's what it takes. One of the best accountabilities I ever had on staying healthy is being a coach, because I knew that it was something I had to do if I really wanted to truly own being healthy. That's why I did it. I had one friend that wanted to be healthy, and I thought, hey, if I could help this one person, maybe it would be an opportunity for me to stay motivated myself. That was 5 years ago. Haven't gained a pound. Works for me. Can work for you too. Stop thinking that your answer to the valley of despair, and I am not mocking or glorifying or minimizing in any way those of you that feel like you're in the valley of despair right now. I think there may be some of you that are watching this video that are on the verge of quitting. You're on the verge of quitting the program because you just are telling yourself all the things. You're below the line. You're in a pessimistic state. Why wouldn't you be telling yourself negative things? It's pretty normal to tell yourself negative things when you're below the line. I tell myself negative things all the time. But I have to know where I am. So, keep moving forward. Here's the good news. You're in the valley of the despair at the lowest point you can get in your health journey. Keep moving forward and you're going to get your way out. Because the next stage is informed optimism. Knowing that you can do this, that you can make a change, that you're going to start stacking wins on top of each other, and those wins are going to create some serious momentum, and that momentum is going to help you change your entire life. Believe that. I absolutely believe that for you. And so I don't know if I'm talking to one person right now or if I'm talking to 1,000 people right now, but I know that there's some people out there that are on the verge of quitting. And your thought is, I'm going to go try something different. But I am just going to tell you, I'm not trying to be a doomsday prophet, but I'm telling you, if you go try something different, I can almost guarantee you what's going to happen. You're going to start over with something. And it's going to be informed optimism. This is the thing. This is the wrap. This is the pill. This is the vitamin. This is the... And then you're going to go into phase 2. And then you're going to find yourself right back in the valley of despair again. Oh, I'm going to get a trainer. I'm going to work out. And it's going to be the same thing. Keep going forward. It's the only way you change. I believe in you. I just wanted you to know that tonight.
Wow. Vicky's putting her arms up in the air. We're all with you here, Vicky. If that resonated with you just a little bit, if you'll put a me in the chat and I'll start me. I love seeing all the different thoughts in there, the different chats and I love, Gina, that you found that video today of all days, and then it's on Team Time. That's just wild. And, I think there's so many great nuggets in there for our clients. And so we are going to share that in our client group because we want our clients to see it too. And the link is out there for you to share with your personal clients whenever and as you see fit. But I think there's so many similarities to the cycle of change and emotions and all of that with how we handle our health and how we handle our business. And I know right now, you know, people are feeling different places on that graph. And just want to recognize we've had a lot of change going on within our world and on our team and in our lives. And so Dee and I were spending some time really thinking about how can we partner with you and partner with ourselves, like each other. And we came up with this idea of creating a fight club. And so we wanted to invite you tonight to think about applying to become a part of this fight club. There will be 2 different portions. There will be a fight club during the day that's going to meet for 4 weeks, and there will be a group that meets in the evenings. So, and there'll be a link for you to submit an application. There's going to be 8 people in the morning one, and then 8 people in the evening one. But we were thinking like, man, if we could come up with a list of like our dream team of like coaches that like we want to bust through this doom and gloom and like just catapult up to the next phase, we had your name on that literal list. Recently, last week, we sat down and wrote the names, right? We wrote your name. And so we want to invite you, if there's something stirring in you that you're like, I don't know, maybe this fight club thing is for me, join us. And we would love to fight alongside you. We know what is possible for you. We know your heart. We know what's possible within Optavia, and just want to invite you. It'll be 4 weeks of growth, of teamwork, of connection, accountability, and also fun. So Dee, I don't know if there's anything extra you want to add to that.
Yeah, not really. I mean, I hope you are as excited as we are. This is going to be open to anyone of any level that is in a space that you want to grow, that you want to connect with others. We feel like right now, more than ever, we need that connection, that unity, but this will be an accountability group with our own personal health, with our own, with action, right? But you're going to be driving a lot of it in terms of setting your goals, and then, sharing with the group what you're going to commit to, and then, checking in. It's going to be similar to what we've done in Synergy, but actually a little more, results focused, and actually action focused is what I would say. So we're excited about it. It's 4 weeks. The evening group is going to start on Tuesday, May 28th. And the morning group is going to be on Wednesdays. And it starts on Wednesday, June 5th. And it's 4 consecutive weeks. And we are asking for a commitment that you would be on each one live, if you want to take one of those spots. So I posted a link there with details. We'll do a post about this. And then if you register, if you want to apply for it, you apply by, we're going to give you about 10 days on this. So apply by Wednesday, May 22nd at noon. And then we'll do, like we've done before, the random name picker drawing for that. So I think let's just open it up to questions, comments from the video, questions, comments about Fight Club. I know someone has a question, so we'll just wait for a comment. Vicki.
Okay, so can you give me an idea of kind of the goals within Fight Club? Like you had said, they're going to be a little more result oriented, that kind of stuff. Can you give me an idea of kind of what y'all are thinking, or is that still up for?
Well, most of us, right, with our business and or our personal health, there's something that we know what we need to do, right? Or through this will be some group coaching if we can't see our blind spots or whatever. But most of us know what we need to do. What we need is that commitment Like, you know what, over this next week, like I am going to call X amount of my former clients, or, you know what I mean? Or I'm going to follow up with, you know, whatever. I'm going to make X phone calls. I am going to do this or that. I am going to commit to the 5 and 1, whatever it is. But everybody will have a commitment that's going to move your own business forward, but we'll let you decide what your commitment is.
Thank you.
And a good question just came in, Dee. Can you apply if you've been a part of a Synergy group in the past? Absolutely. This is not going to be like a Synergy group. This is going to be something separate. So please apply even if you've been in one of those groups.
And we chose the term Fight Club because, you know, first of all, you guys, you know, we're contenders, right? We are contenders, but we can go through that emotional cycle, right? And I've had conversations with coaches recently who've been on the verge of quitting, kind of feeling that doomsday, that cycle of despair in their businesses, and we all do it. So what we're doing is coming together as a group saying, you know what, I see possibility, I see hope. I want to move into that, you know, what was the optimism he had, the second cycle, when you push through and you get to the other side.
Informed.
Informed. There you go. Thank you.
I
So
wanted to
Marina,
share. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead. So
I wanted to
Marina,
share.
it is a 4-week session. It is a 4-week session. We'll determine if we need to extend after that or have additional sessions, but we are piloting 2 different groups for 4 weeks. And go right ahead, Kelly. Sorry.
That's okay. I wanted to share something that I was surprised by, that I was listening to a Dave Ramsey podcast, and he was talking about, you know, and there's a piece in there where people call in and they celebrate them when and it's the business one. Okay. And so this guy called in, and he was clearly an Optavia coach. Okay. From the thing that he was saying, he didn't say Optavia, but what he was describing of what he and his wife did, and how he came into this business, into the business that he was in. And he was talking about, he was celebrating how much they had donated, how many millions, okay, 1 million that they had donated in charity, you know, type donations of particular thing that they had passion about. And then of course Dave was asking him some of the questions about his business and stuff. But I was just like, you know, people are clueless. They don't know that we have in our hands something that can grow to that amount. How many of us are going to grow to that amount? Maybe not, but you know, it's something that there's something definitely there. I mean, I've been able to replace my employee income with this and be able to leave being an employee under supervisors that were not good and weren't fun to be around. So, and then I get to be around you guys all the time, and you are fun to be around, and you are positive, and you are people that you're who I want to spend time with. And my clients are people I want to spend time with. So it's just, it makes a huge difference in the way that you look at life. But I was surprised by that. I was like, oh, I don't know why am I surprised, but I was surprised that it happened to be on. I caught it. I happened to be hearing it, and I caught it at that moment. And I was like, okay. And they don't give last names or anything, so there's no way for me to know, you know, who, you know, look it up probably. But at any rate, I was just like, wow, look at that. That's somebody I know for sure. They're an Optavia coach. There's no way that they're doing anything else. He said he was a health coach, and he was talking about some of the things, and it was clear to me that it was Optavia.
That's so inspiring. And, you know, it parallels what Corey said when he was like, listen, friends, like this program works. And it was kind of like what we talked about last week of like the mystery of May. The reality is in this business, the work still works. Typically what gets in our own way is our own mindset, right? Like, oh, nobody wants this business, or nobody, you know, they're not interested in coaching or whatever. We have the stories that we're playing. Nobody wants this program, right? But it's not fact. It's, you know, so thank you for that reminder. And that kind of energy is really what we all want to capture and be able to put back out into the world, because we were all there once. I think sometimes some things, you know, the change has affected us. So that's a great reminder. Also tonight, the topic, according to the flyer with Dave Blanchard and Candace tonight on the community call is getting out of the cycle of obligation. So I think that that's going to be very pertinent and relevant to what we're talking about for ourselves. And I've really been encouraging my clients to get on that one tonight as well. So you can do those last minute invites.
And if you caught the 6 critical decisions video that I did today in Eat, Live, and Be Healthy, Dave and Candace are actually taking each one of those critical decisions and they're breaking it down. So I don't remember which one of those is tonight, but they're breaking it down as we go once a month for the next few months. And if you haven't seen them yet, they're a great duo together. They balance each other out, and their calls have been fantastic. So I want to put another plug in there for the call tonight.
Awesome. Any final words, any final comments as we're doing it? We hope to see your names on the, we've already visualized who's going to be in that group. And I know that if you're meant to be in that group, I will say, if you have a stirring, an inkling, like maybe I should, maybe even if you feel that fear or that hesitation, I would say lean into your intuitions. Ooh, somebody's application's already in. Sweet. Good. All right, I'm going to stop this recording and move us on over to the community call. Hope you'll stay on with us.